Good morning, students. Today we are going to see what is a data type is. Now it is a continuation of the chapter. Now data type is the type. There are different types of data type we have studied already. Now we will see the exactly how many types of data types are there. Okay. Now data types are used to store certain kind of values with the variables. Now there are two types of data type: primitive and non-primitive. Primitives are inbuilt data types in the sense that these are the fundamental data types that are integral part of the Java programming language. Integral part of the Java programming language means it is already there in the library. We just take it from there and we try to use it in the program. Okay. Now the other names are also, these are also called as the primitive data type. Okay. In intrinsic and built-in, they are the other words of the primitive data type. If the definition is asked what is in intrinsic, then you have to know that we are talking about the primitive data type. Okay. There are 8 primitive data type. These are called as them byte, short, int, long, character, float, double, boolean. They are called as primitive data type. And non-primitive data types are user defined data types, or the other word we can say it is called as derived data type. Means what the user is creating this kind of data type. There are 3 types of non-primitive data type, that is Java, class and interface. Okay. The other word of the non-primitive data types are interface, derived and the composite data type. So please memorize these other names that is also there. Now this is a table that you can see. You must draw it in your notebook. The highlighted thing what is given, you must write it in your notebook. Okay. What is the definition of primitive data type and non-primitive data type, and also draw this chart that is there. Now just to go the example, now you have already learned it what is an integer data type. Whenever we are using this kind of, these are called as integer data type, that is byte, short, int, long. Now this kind of data types are used to store the numbers with a variable without the decimal point. Okay. You must memorize this flow, you must memorize this table that is given here. Next is your floating point. Floating points, using, if the value has to be given in the decimal point, then we will be using the data type to be as a float or double. Please memorize this chart table that is given here for the floating point. Next is your character. Character is what? Any data type that you are storing it with the single quotation. Okay. That is called, the example that is given here, can you see here? G single quotation, D single quotation. So this kind of examples we give it for the character. Boolean, if you have to give the variable to be as true or false, then we state the data type to be as what? Boolean. Now this is a exact chart that you can see here that is given. Oh, okay. Don't draw that the other chart. You can draw this chart in your notebook. Next is your variable. What do you mean by variable? Now variable are the identifier that denotes the location in the computer memory. Now variable cannot be declared without the data type. So if you see here the data type that is given, suppose if I wanted to find the age of a student, then I have to know the age of the student is of numbers, and number is that the number is without the decimal point. So if the number is without the decimal point, the value is without the decimal point, then the data type has to be what? Int, that is integer. Okay. You can see the syntax that is given here, data type variable name. So then if percentage is always in the form of decimal point, so the data type is given as float. Okay. Grade ABC, grade, the value is given in the form of alphabet, so data type is given as character. So this is how we give it. Okay. Now if you see here the example that is given, a simple example, suppose we are finding a roll number. So what is the data type given? Int. So it is 1729, whatever number it is. Next is your string. String name is what? Name of a suppose you wanted to give it a student name or other name, then you are giving the data type to be as what? String. So the first letter in a string, the first letter S is always capital. Okay. And here it is always lowercase, and then just we display it here, the roll number within the double quotation plus where is the roll number present, this is called as variable name. Okay. These are the variable name, roll number, class name, these are variable name. This is user choice. The user can give any name that the user want. Okay. This is your choice, you can give as you wish, and but you have to see the appropriate data type has to be given. So this is how we write the program. Okay, first we are giving the public class name, and then method, creating a method, opening bracket, declare a variable with the data type with the value. This is the output statement, and this is how we display.